Hey guys, it's Blake and Brett Aaron here with Aaron Outdoors, and today we're on our farm. We're going to be putting out some Muddy Pro Cams and checking some that we've already got had out over the last couple of weeks. But what we really wanted to focus on today was some trail camera tactics for patterning your hitless buck, Brett, for opening day. We've got 5 key tactics that we want to go over today that work for us, may not work for everybody or where your farm is or wherever you're hunting at, but for us here in South Central Kentucky, we're about a little over a month away, Brett, from season here in Kentucky. We have one of the earliest openers for bow season and archery here in Kentucky. So a lot of times we like to get these bucks patterned early on because we have the opportunity to hunt them whenever they're still on their summer patterns, Brett.
Yeah, like Blake said, we've got some good tactics in store for you that help us get on these deer early in the season while they're still in velvet. Like Blake said, Kentucky's got an early bow season that opens up the first weekend of September every year, so it's a good time to get on these bucks and an opportunity that a lot of people don't get a chance at to harvest a velvet buck.
Yep, so you guys go along with us, try to learn something along the way. We learn something every year whenever we put out these Muddy Pro Cams, and you got to check out the new lineup of Muddy Pro Cams from Muddy Outdoors. Alright guys, we stopped at our next location, and at this particular spot we're setting this Muddy Pro Cam 20 up over on time-lapse mode over this clover field. Now a lot of people like to put it over beans or clover. Those are my 2 favorites to put it over, and put it on the edge of these food plots. Right here we've probably got some bedding behind us. A lot of deer tend to come from this area, so late in the evening, as the deer are coming off their beds to come feed, there's a creek right here running right beside of us. It's a perfect spot to put a Muddy Pro Cam 20 on time-lapse mode just to see what deer and what bucks are out using these fields late in the evening. And you know, if you can get one pattern, you can be in the tree waiting for one on opening day. Alright guys, here at this location we've got one of the new Muddy Pro Cam 20s out. We're over a well-established mineral site that we've had mineral at over the last few years, and this is a great place to put a trail camera at and try to get a pattern on some deer and kind of really just get the inventory on the deer herd that you have. A lot of times we have deer spend hours at a time here at this location just licking there at the mineral lick. So it's a great spot, and it's a great thing, a great place to always put a trail camera up over a mineral site to pattern your buck for opening day. Okay guys, it looks like right here we've had this Pro Cam at this spot for about 2 weeks, maybe a little bit less, and we have just over 1,600 pictures in those 2 weeks just over this mineral site here. So we're going to get this card and swap it out. We'll see what we got when we get back to the house and put it on the computer.
Well guys, another place we like to place our Muddy Pro Cams is on entry and exit routes to bedding areas. We've got thick bedding cover up here in this holler. We've got a trail right here. You can actually see some tracks in the leaves right here in front of me going into that bedding area. We're actually in a little transition here, a little funnel, where it comes down into this bottom from bedding to food. And so this is one area we like to place our trail cameras, see what bucks are entering and exiting those bedding areas, and that gives us a good idea on how to hunt this food plot. Okay, so we've selected a tree along this trail. It's actually looking down the trail, so the deer are going to be going by the camera and walking towards it. So we've got a good angle to get a lot of photos along this trail coming in and out of the bedding area to food. So I'm going to hang this muddy on this tree, and we're going to leave it alone for several weeks, so we don't want to disturb this bedding area. But this is a good tactic, a good location to place a Muddy Pro Cam. Well guys, we're here at another spot where we like to put out the Muddy Pro Cams to get a pattern on these deer. We're here at a location where there's a scrape out in the corner of this field. This particular scrape was hit really hard last year. We had a Muddy Pro Cam set up on it for most of the year back here on this tree, so we're going to stick one up. Hopefully the deer will still be using it. Deer like to use scrapes all year long, not just in the fall of the year, but they tend to hit them all year long. So we're going to get over here, put this camera on this tree, and see what's working on this scrape.
Well, we're here at our final location. We're going to put the Muddy Pro Cam up today. We're going to put it on this tree right along this trail that's kind of leading down here into the middle of this creek. We've got this creek that runs through the middle of our property in between two food plots. It's a great spot to have this camera at, and hopefully we'll have some mature bucks using this creek. Water is crucial this time of year, and we really feel if you have any type of water source on your property, you should definitely hang a Muddy Pro Cam up over it, and you're sure to have pictures of mature bucks this season.
Well guys, we just got back to the truck here. We put out all our Muddy Pro Cams here at the farm today. Hopefully these tactics that we've shared with you can be some use for you on your own properties, and hopefully you can get some good photos on your Muddy Pro Cams and capture your muddy moment this fall.